We've done a video fairly recently on the inconsistencies of clone pilot Armour, and in it, we touched on a larger problem of minor inconsistencies between clone armor sets in general. This issue isn't nearly as widespread, but it does exist, and answers are deserved for why it exists. And that's exactly why we're here today, to address inconsistencies between clone armor sets.
Attention, Sergeant on deck!
Today's video is brought to you by Ridge. As some of you may recall, those beautiful wallets you saw in last week's video are the product of Ridge. So say goodbye to that bulky wallet you have in your pocket right now, full of cards, half of which you probably don't even remember the use for, and say hello to the modernized and sleek Ridge wallet. The Ridge wallet has two metal plates bound together by a durable elastic band, and once again, it looks nothing like a traditional wallet, and is just a lot more sleek, practical, and compact. Ridge offers a variety of different styles as well, such as titanium, aluminium, and carbon fiber. I've currently been using the carbon fiber wallet each time I go out, and I have to say, it's just a lot better than my old wallet, and I love it. And I'm obviously not the only one, as there's more than 30,000 5-star reviews, and in general, it's just the better way to carry around your cash and your cards. Also, you can get 10% off today with free worldwide shipping by going to ridge.com/Geetsly. That's ridge.com/Geetsly and use code Geetsly, link in the description and comment section below. Unlike with clone pilots, this problem isn't nearly as cohesive as the last one was, which makes our job a little bit harder. Fortunately, on the flip side, this issue is also a lot simpler, hence why this video is shorter than the previous one. Most of these inconsistencies are scattered and relate to armor variants like those seen on Geonosis, for example. Be forewarned, this is going to be a very miscellaneous video in general, as we're going to be jumping pretty quickly between these issues. One of the most egregious cases of armor inconsistency was the second battle of Geonosis. And fortunately, this one does have an explanation. Those of you that watched the Clone Wars arc set on Geonosis will remember that clones in the episodes used multiple armor variants, even side by side, and seemingly for no reason. The 501st Legion, for example, used standard armor, while the 212th used ARF Trooper armor, and Commander Jet's unit used modified Spec Ops armor. The answer to this is pretty simple. The units involved had different roles and different specialities. Most units involved in the invasion used standard Phase 1 armor, as there was simply no need for major modification. Why the 212th opted for ARF armor instead, especially since they most definitely weren't all ARFs, is a bit of a harder question, but the answer is still fairly simple. It was better suited to recon, which was their primary role in the battle. As for Commander Jet's unit, those clones were special operations troopers to begin with, so it makes sense that they would use Spec Op armor. Aside from Geonosis, we have the matter of how Phase 1 armor was treated in Star Wars: The Clone Wars. The movies and the EU tells us that color markings on Phase 1 armor represented rank, and that it wasn't changed to represent units until Phase 2. After Phase 2 in fact, as there are many legend sources that show the rank coloring in use on Phase 2 armor. Yet, for the Clone Wars, the reverse is true, as many clones use the standard colors of their units instead of rank from the very beginning, albeit in a less open manner than they would later. The answer to this one is rather boring. The animators just done goofed and there's no in-universe explanation. The same, unfortunately, can be said for most other inconsistencies, most notably the usage of Captain Rex's Phase 1 armor at the very start of Season 4, despite him literally being among Phase 2 troopers. Sometimes the best explanation is the simplest one, even if it isn't as interesting, and unfortunately that's likely the case here and for most other cases that we didn't address here. Artistic license must always be taken into account. So those were some inconsistencies with standard clone trooper armor, but what do you think? Are there any that we didn't mention that you doubt fall under artistic license or continuity bungling? Feel free to post your thoughts in the comments section below. And just before you go guys, please do check out all the links in the description below to join the wider Geetsly's community. Anyways, thank you so much for watching and I hope to see you in the next video.